Imagine this. You check your bank account on a Friday. You just got paid. By Monday, half of it's gone. You don't even remember spending it. And you feel like an idiot. But you're not. A 2013 study out of Princeton and Harvard found that financial stress alone drops your cognitive performance by 13 IQ points. Your brain is literally working against your wallet. Here are 4 traps driving that cycle, and how to override each one. Every personal finance guru treats money problems like a willpower issue. Cut the subscriptions, make a spreadsheet, try harder. But that advice ignores what's actually happening inside your skull. Your brain runs a loop researchers call a cognitive load debt cycle. Financial stress eats bandwidth, worse decisions create more stress and repeat. I'm breaking down the 4 traps inside that loop, and trap 3 is the one that explains why you spend money you know you don't have. Trap 1. Financial stress makes you measurably dumber. Think about the last time money was tight. You probably couldn't focus on anything else. Not work, not conversations, not decisions that had nothing to do with money. That's not weakness. That's neuroscience. Harvard economist Sendhil Mullainathan and Princeton psychologist Eldar Shafir tested sugarcane farmers in India. Same people, same brains, before and after harvest. When money was tight, their reasoning scores dropped by 13 IQ points. When cash came in, their scores jumped back. Your brain has fixed processing power. When financial worry takes priority, planning and impulse control get squeezed out. You're not making bad decisions because you're bad with money. You're making bad decisions because money stress is taxing the exact brain systems you need to make good ones. And here's where it feeds the cycle. When your planning brain goes offline, you default to instinct, which triggers trap 2. Trap 2. Your brain values $20 today more than $200 next year, and it's not even close. Princeton neuroscientist Samuel McClure used fMRI scans and found 2 separate brain systems competing over every financial choice. The limbic system, your reward brain, lights up for immediate payoffs. The lateral prefrontal cortex, your planning brain, only activates for delayed rewards. The problem? The limbic system fires faster. It wins before your planning brain finishes calculating. That's why you know you should save but spend anyway. It's not a knowledge gap, it's a speed gap. And every app on your phone is engineered to exploit it. Now, this next one surprised me most, because it explains a behavior almost everyone recognizes in themselves. Trap 3. You don't buy things because you need them. You buy them because of who you think you are. Stanford neuroscientist Brian Knudsen showed that anticipating a purchase activates the Nucleus Accumbens, the same reward center triggered by drugs. And that activation spikes hardest when the purchase signals status. A new car isn't transportation. A designer bag isn't storage. Your brain processes them as social rank. Here is the cycle connection. Present bias makes you crave instant reward. Status spending gives you the biggest instant reward available. So your impulsive brain doesn't just spend, it spends on the most expensive thing that makes you feel important. And then comes the trap that locks the whole cycle shut. Last trap. And this one works in the opposite direction. The first 3 make you spend. This one makes you freeze. Kahneman and Tversky showed that the pain of losing money hits your brain twice as hard as the joy of gaining the same amount. Neuroscientists at Caltech found that people with amygdala damage don't experience loss aversion at all. The fear of financial loss is literally generated by your threat detection system. This is why people hold losing stocks, avoid investing entirely, and never start the thing that could change their situation. Your brain treats every financial decision like a physical threat. Next time, you hesitate on a smart financial move and feel that pit in your stomach. That's not intuition. That's your amygdala lying to you. And now the cycle completes. Scarcity taxes your brain. Present bias makes you spend impulsively. Status spending amplifies the damage. And loss aversion prevents you from doing the one thing that could break the loop, taking a calculated risk. But here's what nobody tells you. These aren't character flaws. Every single one is a survival feature your brain built for a world that no longer exists. Present bias kept your ancestors alive when tomorrow wasn't guaranteed. Status competition kept them in the tribe. Loss aversion kept them from fatal risks. These systems worked perfectly, For a world without credit cards, Instagram ads, and one-click checkout. The fix isn't willpower, it's architecture. Automate your savings so present bias never gets a vote. Unfollow the accounts triggering status spending. Set investment rules in advance so loss aversion can't freeze you. You're not fighting yourself, you're redesigning the environment your brain operates in. That's the cognitive low debt cycle. 4 traps, 1 loop, and now you can see it. Pick the trap from this video that hit closest to home. Just one. Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. This is CashPsyche. Every week we break down the neuroscience behind your worst financial habits and how to rewire them. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Your brain is trainable. Let's train it.